Alright, time for some solo gathering in the roads of Avalon. Again, with my tank gear. I want to quickly get into some other map first, though, so... And by that I mean that I want to get one map further away from the starting maps, simply because I hope that those roads maps are less active than those maps right at the black zone entrance here. And Whitebank Shore into, I don't know what the name of the map afterwards is. Seems to be a pretty fast and good way. A very short way. Should easily be able to reach the roads portal even with invisibility. The roads portal here has 7 out of 7 charges, so maybe not too many people went into this roads, but it's only a 10-minute cooldown, so doesn't really mean anything. Likewise, let's just quickly get into the next map. Just my feeling says that it's probably better. I never really directly paid attention to it. It's very hard to measure as well. 10 minutes for a medium chest. I do not really have the items for contesting chests in the open world right now. I do not really use gear that's very good for that. If I get attacked by anybody, I will not have very much mobility to actually survive any group. I'm not that weak in a 1v1 situation, but I definitely will not be able to get away from anybody. So, there is no big gathering area in this map. Interesting. I mean, if I clear this map too quickly, I will just go for another roads map afterwards. What way do I want to take? Which way do I want? There's a person. 4.1 player. I don't know if I should have saved my Fort Sterling cape here or if it's fine to lose it like this. Because it would cost me like 5 or 7 seconds to get the gallop so I can actually dodge the wind walls. I also don't know if the pushback ability that's like semi-dodgeable of those bots. Somebody was doing the chest and he lost a little bit of health. Well, I probably shouldn't have checked again, because now this person may want to look for me. I don't really want people to look for me when I'm doing this. But it's also, of course, very tempting to just go for a nice little kill, even though it's very unlikely that I will find a solo player for doing those blue chests. That's rather unlikely. Those annoying archers here that like to push people away from their beautiful transport oxes. Very rude. Really, seriously, very rude. There's even a circle now. I mean, this 4.1 garbage dude probably came and took a look. Only single resource mobs so far. Not optimal, but not completely terrible either. Right in the beginning I still also had Had no carry weight basically, so I could just change my boots and go for a kill. Somebody was killed. I don't remember the name that I've seen there. Which way do I want to take? Because I definitely want to check out the ore area. I don't remember the name, so I don't know if the person who was in the chest died or if it was the person who checked the chest. Even though I'm guessing that whoever did the chest didn't do it solo. Another person died. Same killer. Bad sign. Most likely not a solo player killing these people. Most likely. Would of course be funny to find some, I don't know, tier 9, tier 10 solo werewolf fighting a group. Me showing up with a little bit of burst damage with my E. Just snacking him. But now I'm probably already at a point where I would perhaps need to throw away some of my gathered resources already for doing such a thing. Otherwise I may be overweight even with boots already changed. This looks like a group, but only on tier 7. That's pretty nice. It's not very dangerous. Hopefully he doesn't chase me, but it very well may be the case that he's actually chasing me. It's really looking like it. Then the question becomes, which way do I want to take? And I do not really want to go into the roads, deeper into the roads. But I should. It's the fastest way, and I have a slow mount, even though they don't really... Oh well, this guy has a fast mount. This guy actually has a fast mount. There are resource mobs here. It's of course not a very good sign for them to have different mounts. Especially if the... what's it called? The movement speed is different. But what can you do? They were only using tier 7 gear, so can't expect too much usually from tier 7 gear people. But I mean, I died to tier 7 gear players in the black zone, so still need to read the situations carefully. They may have a million people, and they may even play well. It can happen. Usually doesn't, but it can happen from time to time. And better safe than sorry, I suppose. Better play carefully. So, the last gathering area was really empty. Which is not very nice. And I saw some weird light when I entered this brown street. I was kind of suspecting maybe somebody went into this street as well. But it may have just been the usual random... how do I want to say it? Light flickering of these wisps. I could kill this ore elemental. It would have a lot of pieces. But this stuff is not very valuable. Could also kill the slate elemental. I think I'm going to kill all the tier 6 all the old tier 6 mobs except stone. I'm not going to bother with that. Just not worth anything. But everything else on tier 6 I'm going to take. And if Slate is just lying on the ground, I will take it as well. But I don't think I should spend my time killing all tier 6 stone mobs. Probably not the best use of my time while doing this. Let's quickly reset this robot. I mean, I could have just killed it as well. The fame is not that bad nowadays from those robots. They die pretty quickly. I do deal AoE damage. Maybe I just want to kill such robots. Maybe I don't. Some of those robots can trigger my Fort Sterling cape, which I really don't want to happen. But quite a few can't, so this drone there was definitely one of those that can't do so. Likewise, definitely possible to take that one. This Brown Street here was pretty fine. I did see 2 mist cougars, but not much else. This is a not terrible chest. I of course could do chests. I am indeed strong enough to do these chests, but probably don't want to do so unless it's a legendary chest. I mean, you cannot see if those are legendary. Let's just call them big chests. This was a medium chest. I for sure don't want to do small ones. But, I mean, if I find a small chest that only has like 1 or 2 mobs left, I will also finish it. It's not going to take very much time. I would take such a almost done chest. W AoE. Hopefully I'll find some fiber so I can level up with learn points. Even though it doesn't matter, unless I am done with this map very quickly and go again. In this case it would matter, because I would want to take a tier 8 tool with me instead of my tier 7 tool. So I can gather faster and I can also gather enchanted tier 8 fiber. I would indeed like to get that stuff. Pretty valuable. 8.1 already would be pretty nice. But if I randomly run into some 8.2, 8.3, I would be very sad not to have a tier 8 tool with me. That would be pretty rough. But depending on what kind of stuff I'm finding on such a high level with such a high enchantment, I may also just backtrack. I may also just teleport, get a tier 8 tool and come back. It's like an old 8.2 or 8.3 resource mob, then it's pretty much most definitely worth it to actually just teleport, get the tool and take this valuable thing. Even though I don't really know how much money that's going to be. Probably 8.1 is probably like 16k per piece, maybe a little bit less, maybe, yeah, maybe a little bit less for fiber. And then 8.2 would be what? Maybe 30k, maybe 40k per piece. I don't know. I don't know the prices of these super high tier resources. High tier enchanted resources. Actually not familiar with those prices. 4 resource mobs at once. That's what you like to see. Efficiency, AoE damage. Actually losing a little bit of health. Naturally. But it doesn't really matter. All that matters is that I don't get split from my ox. All I need is my ox. If I lose my ox, I'm done anyways. There are only very, very few situations where I will survive without the ox. Very few. I will be kind of fast clearing this map, I suppose. I mean, who knows what's going to happen. It's definitely possible that I will just get chased again or something. Even though I would very much believe that this tier 7 PvP/PvE group is already out of this map. Because they will probably just do the blue chest and the other blue chest and then they're gone. But maybe those, I don't know, big... Oh, this is nice here. Maybe this one chest is just a big one. And likewise takes a little bit longer. I mean, they had a Frost, they had a Phoenix. They had a Heavy Mace. So they're not very fast at clearing chests. They're only tier 7. I mean, maybe they have some good damage dealers, some... Because there will be like 7 people, right? At least 5, but then there's also a healer. If there are only 5 people, then they may be very slow. And they really could be very slow. At clearing chests. Let's put a little bit of order into my inventory. Oh, I almost forgot. Take the last one. 60k from these 2 tigers. 6.1 is just pretty good. When it's coming from skin. From hide. A rare wisp. Can I... No, I can't. So let's check it out quickly. And then come back. If it's tier 8, I'll stay. If it's not, I won't. If I see anything tier 7 right on my screen right here, I'll take it. But I don't see anything, so... Let's go back. I do have cooldown, so... Let's not take this tree right there. It's only 1. Don't want to wait 15 seconds until I can finally start casting spells. But this Brown Street has been pretty decent. Found a lot of hide, which is always the best resource. No babies so far though. I actually don't remember if in my last road run I actually found another gathering tome. I think tome is what they are called. Because before that I found a lot of those. But that may just have been a lucky coincidence. I still got quite a bit of stuff to check out, and I'm spending quite a bit of time in this map, so maybe I want to revisit the small ore area. I will check out the whole blue thing. We'll probably check out the dungeon. I'm going to spend some time in this map still, so I think I will revisit the ore area. the respawn rate of stuff has been increased, so let's see if anything of value will be there after a relatively short amount of time. I think it's going to be about 20 minutes, maybe a bit more, that I will not have been at the ore area. Let's see if anything respawns within that time. What way do I want to take? Actually, difficult. Green wisp, I don't really need to check that. I'm probably going around the blue chest like this. And then I just go back a couple of meters, check out the green dungeon, take the mist cougars there in the south, go in a big circle, then check out the ore area, then check out the place around the blue chest, and then I'm done with the map. I did check a little bit around the blue chest already, but maybe some of those things that I've killed will respawn within this rather short amount of time. I'm curious. It's a nice little experiment to see how fast stuff respawns, and if it respawns, if it can also be robots or real Avalonian mobs. It's kind of interesting. We'll see if I actually remember to even reflect on what I'm going to see. The Fogfire is already running for 20 minutes, so maybe I'll even have a little bit more people fighting each other, but I'm overweight, I can't really do anything here. The fight is also over already. I would kind of like to gather these things here, but this is too close to the group. Wasn't insanely valuable stuff anyway, so it's not such a big deal, but I don't want to get chased likewise. It's better to move a little bit further before continuing together. That's probably the only solid way to say this. So there were tigers here, right? There they are. These tigers are the reason why I went so far. And I got a baby. Not bad, not bad. And of course the tier 6 hide is just always amazing. Didn't find very much fiber yet. Where is it? Where is it? 405 learn points. That's still quite a lot. If I don't find some really good fiber stuff, I will probably not be able to level up my fiber gathering after this run. Which is pretty sad, considering that the next run, of course, is going to be Black Zone again. And I really do want to have my tier 8 tool. Oh, never mind. Actually, I will have enough learn points the next time, of course. Because there will be some time passing between this Rhodes run and the next time that... This is a purple dungeon? It's legendary dungeon. Do I want to do it? Legendary dungeon. Does it matter in any... I'm totally overweight. Right? Yep. Legendary dungeon. Is that any good? The problem with this is also that the mobs usually are quite a bit stronger. Legendary dungeon. Dungeons seem pretty bad in the roads. They do seem pretty bad. I mean, I'm kind of curious. Kind of would like to see if this legendary dungeon is actually worth anything. But it shouldn't really be that great. I could go back, teleport, come with slightly different gear and do the dungeon, even though it's actually not safe that the dungeon is even up still. But I'm definitely kind of curious. I mean, maybe I'll just finish gathering in this map and then I'll come with slightly different gear and do the dungeon, which is hopefully then still there, because you cannot tell from the outside if the dungeon is actually still there. Somebody was killed. Most people shouldn't deal with dungeons though, because they are generally rather bad. Also, I usually don't see too many solo players, and if they see them, they usually do chests only. But I mean, I don't spend very much time in dungeons, so I actually don't know if there are any people who do them. I know that there are people who check them. But I mean, I will take a look at the dungeon, and hopefully it's still going to be there, because maybe it's not. Two people have died there against the same person. I don't know if it matters to me. I don't expect a ganking group to be here. It should be a fighting group if those people stay. It should be a fighting group, even though fighting groups can have a ganking swap with them, of course. But this stuff is kind of rare in the roads. It's pretty rare. Unless the roads are some pretty good transport route from cities that are very far away from each other. Really curious about the dungeon, but I'm also curious about what kind of stuff am I going to find in the small ore area after, like, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes? After finding it pretty empty. I mean, it's always possible that some old resource mob is going to respawn in the meantime. Definitely possible. But I would guess that the chance for that is not very high. No golden treasure. Too bad. Even though with golden I meant orange. But there can also be the golden ones, of course, which would even be much, much better. So, anything respawned in the meantime? It was only a tier 7 area. Nothing respawned. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess this replenished a little bit, but that's obviously not very valuable. Not worth checking again. And I mean this as a general rule of thumb, I think. I will probably not check gathering areas again after such a short amount of time. So let's take a look at the back again. Did the resource mobs respawn? I did kill like 3 of them. This one didn't respawn, or it respawned as a bot. Here's nothing. either. Or it respawned as the non-enchanted archer. Possible, I suppose, but no idea. That's actually the case, because I didn't really pay attention to what normal mobs were present. So I'm already done with this whole roads map, but I will come back with slightly different gear and take a look at the legendary dungeon. I'm curious. Hopefully it's still there. I could theoretically enter it right now. Let's see, but previously it was the case that those dungeons despawn when people enter them. So... or do I just want to... I mean... The thing is, if I do the dungeon, I probably don't want to take all of this stuff with me. I'm pretty valuable like this, and I'm very vulnerable in the dungeon. I could try skipping the first couple of mobs and see if I can still loot everything. If I do skip some stuff. So let's try a bit of stuff right now. Okay, so this kind of stuff is the loot. Let's put away all of this. Let's put away this. I don't need a Fort Sterling cape. I can keep these two things. And let's just take a mercenary jacket in case of PvE getting hard. Even it's a solo dungeon, PvE can't really get hard. Could also go with a PvP. It's fine, it's fine. So anyhow, what else do I want? I do want roast pork. I do want a giant pot. Do I have a giant pot? I don't, so I do want a random mount. Anything else that I want? I want a bag and I want potions. In case of PvP happening. Gigantify. Tier 7, let's take 2, should be enough. So I was in Frostpeak Ascent. Come on. Yeah, nice. Let's just be stuck. Hopefully this dungeon is still there. Do I want to change to PvE spells in the dungeon? Probably. I'm really weak if I do that. I will be super weak. But I may also be able to change my spells if I see somebody invading me quickly enough. 51 to 150 people. That's quite a lot. And they're all going to the map that I'm going to. But that's fine, the Rhodes portal wasn't very far away. I mean, a tier 3 horse also should be slower than a tier 6 ox, I think. I also still got free... yeah, I definitely got free use because I went out before I teleported. Of course, of course. I could have taken a Martlock cape. That would have probably been pretty smart. Would then be quite a bit stronger in 1v1 situations. What are they doing so close to the road? I mean, they probably really do not care about the roads. Let's be honest. When you have over 50 people, you probably don't care about the roads. So, hopefully, this dungeon is still there. I mean, teleporting back will not cost very much. But it is definitely a little bit of wasted time. And I'm, of course, curious. I would like to see how much this dungeon would give. Are you still there? It's still there, theoretically. There's a chance that it's still there. I can definitely skip these two. I'm not 100% sure. I want to skip a little bit more, but I don't want to skip too much. So these things here are usually not very strong, so I really probably don't need the... Alright, it's a legendary dungeon, so stuff is actually strong, huh? Oh well. In this case, I will probably... just go full PvE, I suppose. Full PvE! And I will clear a little bit more from this place here in the entrance. So... oh, this is a little bit annoying, this lava guy. It's a pretty big group as well. Should have used my E already. Well, this lava guy is pretty slow. Definitely need to dodge stuff. Keeping these mobs alive here is probably pretty good, so people think that nobody's in here. Even though I like PvP, of course. So losing quite a bit of health. Cast your spells so I can cast mine. Pretty strong. 84% stronger. Tier 6 dungeon, 84% stronger. Oh, that's pretty nice. I will probably just use all my spells just to clear this as fast as possible. Man, I'm taking so much damage. It's crazy. Okay, what's the fame? 3k fame. 800 silver. Pretty bad. That's really bad. Can this guy knock back as well? Doesn't look like it. So I was worrying about casting my W. Because the knights that are like have one enchantment in the black zone can knock you away, and they do that every time you cast a spell that has some cast time. I didn't really want that to happen. And hopefully I can loot. They deal so much damage. So annoying. So annoying. Okay, I did really use the wrong spell here. Interesting, I've never seen this before. I got feared to the east, and then there was a wall, and then I started running backwards. That's pretty interesting. Since I'm worried that I don't have enough... since I'm worried that I may not be able to loot everything, I will kill a few more mobs than I usually would. There's also something about triggering them that has an influence on if you can loot or not. It's not very intuitive. Here in this... Oh, actually no loot here, so I'm going for the next area. And since there is a next level in this dungeon, it may be that I will find that it's empty already. Okay, this is a rather good sign, even though it's probably also possible to skip this place. This Raven dodged all of my... What? Come on. Why the hell did it dodge my stuff? This is not very nice. And this loot is not very good. God damn it. Stop dealing damage, please. You deal so much damage. Time to heal up again. Oh, not very much though. I deal too much damage. So, still possible that somebody has been here. Okay, this is a great sign. So now it's pretty safe that nobody's here taking this stuff. Hopefully I'll get some purple chests, or maybe even legendary ones. This here should be a blue one, but I'm not 100% sure. May also be green. May not even be a chest. So tanky. But I don't have to kill these things. Unless I aggro them. Yeah, this looks like a medium chest, I think. I think this one does look small. This one is tanky enough for me to heal up though, yeah. These things are really tanky. Would have been nice if this door was open, to be honest. Since I'm in another... on a different dungeon level, I'm 100% sure that I will be able to loot this chest. And I think somebody who would skip the stuff here in the dungeon would also take this chest, because you don't have to clear very much in this dungeon to be able to take it. I probably want to change my passive already. I'm getting very low on energy. Would also be bad for PvP if I was low on energy. Like, how am I going to fight when I can't use my armor and my weapon? Not really acceptable. So let's take some energy on the passive. 60k, that's basically nothing. Okay. Basically nothing. So let's not get hit by these things so I don't get the aggro. And continue and hope that I'll find a purple or a golden chest. Don't have to clear everything. Oh god, these mobs are annoying though. They are indeed pretty annoying. They're pretty strong. Oh, I don't have my... Well, I got all the mercenary jacket ticks. But I really should focus on killing the small ones as quickly as possible. Sometimes they do the same amount of damage as the big mobs, and sometimes they do more. So definitely quite the priority to kill these things. Kind of nice side of the shrine, but still want to dodge a couple of spells, I think. I have never seen this entrance that I'm seeing right now, but this doesn't mean much, because the dungeons have been changed a little bit since the... I don't know how to say this. Since I have been actively doing dungeons, yeah. They have been reworked since that time. Let's say it like that. Move. Okay, it's an end boss already. This could be a blue one. I'm scared. I really don't want the blue end boss. This could be so worthless. I mean, what the silver and the fame that I'm getting is just terrible. It's just completely useless. Oh, this looks like a big one. This looks like a purple one. I don't know if they are guaranteed purple in dungeons, but this definitely looks like a big one. This area is so big. Are there more than one chest? Is there more than one chest? Maybe? It's interesting that the end boss is roaming around for sure. Definitely a bigger chest, if you can call it that. This is definitely the boss for purple chests. At least has been in the past. Don't move too much, please. Stay in my weird stuff that deals damage. Oh, well, the spells are also a little bit different now. Okay. Can you come back into my... I don't want... Oh. Now she lost all the stacks of evil. You're actually supposed to dodge against her. Okay. Very mean. But gladly, I'm on almost full PvE gear, so... Oh god. I was too close, I suppose. I do need to be further away when she casts this stuff. Don't want you to lose all this beautiful stuff here that deals damage. Oh, right. Totally forgot about the spell. Actually, need to get used to her first. Jump, jump, jump. Now she's dead. Boop. Boop. This raven is still protecting. Oh, I got some weird achievement for killing her. This also proves that I don't spend very much time in dungeons. Oh god. I had the suspicion that this could happen. Now I'm safe. Purple, okay. Please give me 500k. 140, that's not terrible. That's not terrible. Actually not a waste of time. But only because I got that. Oh, there's a person. Am I stronger? I am stronger. I want to fight. But he may... I mean, if he's in a group, then... Since I'm stronger, I do want to fight. Of course. Ooh, he got the... Okay. He got the stuff. He got a roll. He also changed the spell. But he has a useless W. So I should just stop using my what's it called? But just stop using my E. And then I'm going to be fine. Because now I can use my E. Boom. Does he have anything? Oh, 200k, that's fine. Interesting that I found this person. 4.2 height, I'll take that. But this definitely makes the dungeon a bit better. Finding this guy. So. Oh. I only got a tier 3 horse. But these people are also not very dangerous, so it's fine. Probably. Hopefully. I mean, I got a little bit of loot. I would be sad about losing it. I'm evil still. So I cannot teleport. But I don't really want to check out green chest either when I see these random 3 people standing there. And I have no idea if they are in a group or not. This person... So many weird low tier people here. This person teleporting inside is kind of weird. That's way more expensive. I mean, his gear is worth absolutely nothing, so... Maybe teleporting just costs absolutely nothing for him. 7 out of 7 charges. I'm going to wait inside. I don't want any black zone people to consider chasing me. I want to go outside and immediately teleport, even though I may not be able to do so. I think I will also have 15 seconds cooldown on teleporting, right? Will I have 15 seconds cooldown on teleporting? Maybe. I will see. I will see. I'll zone out at 15 seconds. A little bit earlier because of the delay that you have when you're loading the thing. When you're loading the map. 23 seconds. 20, yeah, 18. Probably 3 seconds for loading the map. A little bit more, 5 seconds. It doesn't look like I have cooldown. So I can actually wait until like 5 seconds before. So teleporting costs 57k. That's very expensive. I'm super close to Fort Sterling, and I mean, okay, tier 7 gear, sure. Tier 7 gear is not nothing. But I really would have expected a little bit less teleport cost. Also, I don't really remember how much it did cost when I was teleporting the first time. I definitely, even though the dungeon wasn't that terrible, maybe because I was lucky. I mean, it took some time to clear this dungeon. It took some time. So I just generally didn't find anything that was crazily valuable, basically. Was just a very mediocre run, and the dungeon is not worth it. I got a purple chest. If there's a million in this purple chest, maybe that's fine, but I don't know how high the chance for it is. And the dungeon was kind of hard. I was actually using PvE gear with PvE spells. So this wasn't that great.